Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. HellYeahHamster here, and today I am doing a room build. It's not actually what I planned on doing today, but the other project which I'm working on, which you may have seen if you follow me on Instagram, is my garden. It's a very lush garden with some textures to it, a lot of plants, but as it was is still quite a lot of work. I didn't manage to get it finished today, so instead of the whole garden, I am showing you guys a room build, which I made on Monday as this little pre-recorded. But yeah, so I googled a picture of a modern kitchen, and this actually came up in a discussion whether it would be temporary, contemporary, or modern, but I was like, yeah, it fits my style. It's black, it's white, and very slick. So yeah, I really wanted to do this. So it's very spacious. So normally when you do a house build, it's not always that spacious as this, but as you simple room build can is like you can very easily go bigger because it's fully themed to the room you build, of course. So here I started on working on the black, and here I didn't quite match the cabinets with the cabinet that was already there. So I wanted to make a big contrast between the white concrete on the floor and black elements, but I like black cabinets and I wanted to work with a black wall paper, so I figured that I was going to work with slabs. I saw other simmers do that and I actually don't know what they use, but I was like, sure, I'll search something. So I found these. In the beginning they were a little hard to work with because when you overlap them they will get this flickering effect, which is really annoying. So it took me some time to get it proper and not let anything stick out there. So it took me quite some time, but I like to see other simmers like work around these things, like how will you deal with something like this. So that's why I kept it in the video, and I didn't want to work with round edges in the kitchen. So it was quite figuring out like how am I gonna work without flickering and without um, having sticking ends or let it stick out the other side of the wall or anything. So after figuring out like let's do this a bit lower, let's let like in the corner you can overlap it without making it flicker. So how will we work this out? And in the end it actually, I think it looks really nice. So we have these little shelves over there between the kitchen, like you have all your little stuffs in there, and I wanted to go big on this. So there's the double stove, quite luxurious. Like I know someone in real life who actually has this, so I know it isn't fake or anything. There are people actually having this. I'm not rich enough to own that, but hey, it's there. And I said I didn't want any round edges, but like the cabinet above there up there is rounded up because it couldn't be much different. And yeah, I wanted to have this island, this cooking island. Um, and I wanted to have the sink in there, and I wanted a little like breakfast, some breakfast elements in there. But I wasn't I like when you have these corner pieces of either cabinets or like the outsticking bits for bars and everything, it doesn't match up. I don't know how other sims really deal with that, but in the end I did find a way to do it with the rounded edge, but it's still like it has a little nook that, yeah, you can see in a quick shot here, which is empty. Like, well, not empty, but cut away, which was really annoying, but the flickering isn't really visual. So I thought that this was the best way to resolve that. And here I'm putting in some more lights tucked away in there, which is also like people actually have this. They're not that neatly organized, but in real, like if your sim plays in here, I hope you won't see it while playing. And here I'm trying to figure out to get something like a um, some machinery in that corner, but it doesn't actually work as it needs to be snapped on a cabinet or a specific table, and it annoyed so much that in the end, I just put some little kitchen stuff like sauce, and what other stuff do I put in there? Like a little olive jar. I think it's an olive jar. It looks like an olive jar. Not sure. Just little pots and things to make it less empty. And I think the white in the background isn't that big of a deal, actually. But I like how the actual kitchen turns out, because it's, which you will see in the end, it's not really that it doesn't look like people actually live in here. Like, I imagine that there lives a really rich household in it with a housekeeper which cleans everything up. So you will see like traces that there is being lived in there, like the fruit bowl, and at the end I will put a lot of stuff on the shelves, and I think there's one cereal box somewhere. Like, there are kids in there that let some stuff like mm, not, they don't clean everything up, you know. Oh, I see that that cabinet isn't it? Oh, that's so stupid. I didn't put it back properly. I'm sorry. If someone actually downloads it, please put it back like where it belongs. Why? How can I not have seen it? Oh yeah, what I'm doing here, I thought was actually quite clever. Like, it's like since a short time, a short period of time, that I actually use like removing walls and then put them back up to get certain items in place. So like all the cooking equipment is now on the white slabs instead of the actual wall, which I never really used until I saw other simmers do it. I don't actually know from who I got this, but I'm pretty sure some awesome simmer. And here I'm looking for more stuff, so it looks more lived in. But as I thought this is such a luxurious room, it would only make sense if you got a housekeeper. So everything should be neatly tucked away, like very rich family. Maybe you could even use it for Get Famous. I'm not sure. It's not really the famous style, but I imagine that some rich actresses or actors could live in a very contemporary, very modern home, very black, white, cleaned up space. I imagine some Sims, some real people could live in this who actually do have a bit of money. So I was struggling with the lightning in here, because all the lightning, all the lamps in here are terrible for, like, you have the smallest wall, the tallest wall, and like the in-between version. Let's call them the medium wall. Like, all the lamps are on awkward heights. You have these cute little silvery lamps, like some pyramid like structure. I love those, but they're so short. And there are other like modern industrial lamps which could have been here, so like it would have fitted so good, but it couldn't because it was so short. You would have like lightning like 2 meters higher, which would give barely light. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. So the rest of the build is actually quite empty, because I thought it fitted the style pretty well. It's just like on the right you have this entrance which only has the carpet, the green lamp, and one painting, and then you have your bar area and your dining area and the kitchen, but it's not that detailed. Well, it's detailed, alright, but you will see that there's not, like, if I would walk to my own kitchen, there's stuff not everywhere, but you know what I mean. There's lived in that house, but here you don't really have the feeling people actually live in it unless you look to the shelves. Like, there are all kinds of stuff like pots and what cookies for the dogs, because I thought, well, I need to put stuff in there. I could imagine that kids might have a dog to keep them company, as mom and dad are hardworking, and like the pans and the pots are there, the cooking cookbooks are there, everything is there. But why is the rest of the kitchen so empty? I can only imagine like a maid puts everything in the cabinets, like, oh, the house lord and man may not see what's in here. They may not see the garbage and everything in this house. I can only imagine something like that. I don't know. But I wanted to show that still those people live in it. You could also just put something before this, like a little separation thing. But I didn't, because it gives just a more, yeah, family-ish feeling for how much you can have that in a very busy life, very busy family, making them big monies. And yeah, we're almost at the end of the video. I hope you liked the style. Maybe you don't like these shelves. It's possible. So here are the screenshots. This is the angle from one of the entrances. Here's from the other entrance from whatever room you're gonna attach to it. And here you see it from inside the room with the little green moment there and the full kitchen. Yeah, I hope you really like the style. I hope you like the modernness of it, or contemporary, however you like to call it. I'm here with the little cereal box. And here, if you're cooking, you can perfectly see what your view is, and one upside down view. I hope you all enjoyed this room build. If you have, let me know down in the comments what you think. Leave a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. If you'd like, you can also follow me on Twitter or on Instagram. On Instagram I post the most, so I hope to see you all there. Catch you at the next video. Bye!